So the theme of today's webinar is how teachers can use LinkedIn to unlock opportunities. And here's the thing. The idea is not that we are aiming to become influencers, quote and unquote, so to say, but it is about being visible for the right reasons. It is about communicating our expertise with clarity. It is about turning everyday teaching into professional capital, especially in a world where opportunities increasingly go to those who are seen, who are heard, and those who are trusted. Now, there's no way we can be trusted if we are not seen and not heard. We are therefore privileged to learn from a speaker who understands both education and professional visibility, and who has worked closely with educators navigating these exact shifts. That is to say, from being excellent in private to being impactful in public. Our guest today is a dynamic educator. She's a visionary teacher income strategist, and she's an AI video coach. She has made significant strides in helping other teachers to reclaim their time, to increase their income, and to reignite their love for this our noble profession. It is therefore my pleasure to introduce our guests, and that's no other person than our amiable Chidima Ruth Sampson. Please join me in giving her a warm welcome. Please kindly put in the chat, welcome, Madam Ruth, Madam Chidima. Please help me welcome her.
Good evening,
And
everyone.
yes, thank you, thank you. Just before you take the stage, I'd like to leave my listener. Yes, I forgot to tell you, she's also the founder of Nurture, Learn, and Inspire Africa. She's going to talk more about that maybe at the end of the session. But for now, I'd like to leave you with a question, and this is my question. If the right opportunity were looking for a teacher like me today, would it find me? Let's ponder on that. And so, on that note, Madam Chidomarot Samson, you are welcome. You can take the floor. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you so much, ma'am. I'm so honored to be here. Thank you, Dr. Iye. Thank you, Teaching Titans community. I'm so honored to be here. Thank you for the invite. I do not take it for granted. I have been a fan of Teaching Titans rather. Yes, I've been a fan of Teaching Titans, and I've benefited greatly from the platform. So it's an honor to be here. I don't take it for granted at all. And thank you for the warm introduction. So yes, I am happy. Right when Dr. Iye told me about the speaking opportunity, I was excited because this is something I love to do. I really love to. I was a very committed classroom teacher for 10 years before I left the classroom and started to teach online. So I know what it is. I know how most teachers can just stay stuck in the classroom. That's in from a genuine light. It's not because they want to stay stuck. Maybe they are not privy to a lot of information. That's why that happened. But I'm happy that we are here. And like Dr. Iye said, it's because you value knowledge. I'm sure a couple of us went to work and we are back and we are having out this time to have this class. So it's a pleasure to be here, and I pray that we have a very impactful session. So please, I would love to have my slides on. Right. So I'm the founder of Godliness, Purpose and Impact Community. That's an NGO. Yes, we cater to youths, teenagers, young adults generally. So it's my way of giving back to the society. We go for school outreaches. I'm passionate about teenagers. We speak on identity, we addiction and the like. So yes, that's what I do. And I'm also the founder of Nurture Learn Inspire Academy. This is the arm that I cater to teachers and school owners. Thank you once again for the opportunity. I do not take it for granted. So I'm just going to start now. Please, if you can hear me, sorry about my voice. I love an interactive class. So I would love for you to use the chat box a lot. If you can hear me, just drop an age in the chat box if you can hear me, or better still, you can use your emojis and just give me a reaction if you can hear me. You can hear me, use your reaction box. I want to, okay, thank you. I can see Miss Yetunde says she can hear me. I want more responses. I don't want it to seem like I'm talking to myself. All right, thank you. So thank you for putting up my slides. I'm grateful. Thank you, Miss Victoria. I can see you. More responses, please, so that I can start. Yes, so we are looking at how teachers can use LinkedIn to unlock global opportunities. I was not even a fan of LinkedIn until last year. I've been a social media person, right? I've known Facebook, Instagram. In fact, I was majorly active on Facebook. I was there for a while before I decided to. So I decided to write as part of my networking goals in January last year that I wanted to be active on LinkedIn and I wanted to network on LinkedIn. So instead, we writing it as a goal. And by the grace of God, I've been an intentional person. I love to be intentional. So I practice goal setting a lot, and I like to segment my goals into different compartments. So part of my networking goal last year was to network on LinkedIn. I had been on LinkedIn since COVID, since 2020, but I was not active. I had less than 100 followers on LinkedIn until last year in February precise. When I wrote it as a goal, somehow I was showing up scantily. Then I came across a LinkedIn visibility challenge. It was even for free at that time, and I jumped on it. And I think just 1 week into that LinkedIn visibility challenge, I saw myself closing a deal. Meanwhile, I had started a Natural Learn Inspire Academy at that time. I was already doing things for teachers. I was hosting this there was a 5 weeks program. Then it was not 5 weeks, it was a 2-day program I was hosting for teachers at that time. So I had a product anyway. Yes, so and I was just doing it on my WhatsApp, my Facebook. So but when the way that LinkedIn challenge was structured, we were asked to talk about what we do the second week. So I just spoke about what I was doing for teachers, and I got a Ghanaian client from that LinkedIn. I got a Cameroonian too from that LinkedIn, then other Nigerians as well. And I had less than 200 followers at that time. So it was really mind blowing for me at that time. I was like, wow, ah, look at the positioning, and I'm already getting these clients. There are other after that was just the beginning, right, of my milestones on LinkedIn. I had less than 200 followers. Please take note too. Then was it towards the middle of last year, because I had already started learning how to position on LinkedIn. I was getting DMs. Some edtech companies were reaching out, seeing what I do for teachers, and they were like, okay, come and talk to our teachers come on, we want to talk to teachers using your platform. So I was getting collaboration deals. I remember vividly how I was able to connect with a top CEO of an edtech company. So we got connected from LinkedIn, and that was how she got my That was how she got my contact. We moved from LinkedIn to WhatsApp, and she began to see my status updates on WhatsApp. And before you knew it, she said she sponsored a couple of teachers to be a part of the last cohort of my program, the Teach Glow and Grow Rich class. There was sponsorship because we met on LinkedIn. As I'm talking to you, I still have some collaboration messages that I'm even yet to say yes to, all from LinkedIn. And like I said, please take note though, that last year when I closed the deal from Ghana and from Cameroon, I had less than 200 followers at that time. What happened for me was positioning. And after then, I've gotten some speaking gigs that I even turned down. There were some that I accepted. In fact, that's this same LinkedIn. There was a time that I put up a particular content, and the former commissioner of education for Lagos State, she saw it, and that was how she reshared it. And her contact people, her contact persons also saw it, and I had more friends, more of her friends too, know me. Right. So there a couple of things have happened on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is not just for serious people. It's where you go to network. And the truth is, there are so many untapped potentials. You can get a lot from LinkedIn. So let's just continue. So what I'm here to do for you, for us here, is to let you know that you can leverage LinkedIn effectively. You can transform your online presence into a powerful tool for career advancement. At some point, you want to ask yourself questions. Apart from classroom, do they even know you as a teacher? Is it only the classroom that your teaching profession stops? Do they know you out there as a teacher apart from the classroom, the physical classroom? Right. So we are going to be covering how to create a profile that clearly states your value. A couple of us, we are so skilled, but we do not know how to articulate our value. So as we are, I pray that as we have come for this meeting, we are not going to leave the same, and scales will fall off our eyes, right? So yes, I'm also here to help you establish a simple yet effective visibility routine, and chart a practical path towards securing global and remote roles in education. Yes, we are learning visibilities. Our eyes are going to be open to opportunities. We're going to be discovering flexible global roles that we can leverage on by the end of this class. So who is excited? If you know you are excited, use the Google Meet. Use your favorite emoji. If you check very well, you can see the emoji icon there. Just use it and just drop something for me. Just tap on that emoji icon and pick something there and drop it to show that you are excited. I love my class to be interactive. I'm waiting for you. Please, next slide. I'm not seeing excitement, so are we still here? If you are still here, just look at your Google Meet screen. I don't know whether I'm the one seeing mine because I'm using my laptop. You want to look for the emoji, and exactly, I'm seeing a thumbs up. Thank you. I want more emojis. Please, my next slide, please. By the way, I want to ask. Okay, so if you cannot use the emojis, I want use the chat box. Okay, Victoria is in the chat box. Beautiful. What are you here for? What do you really want to learn? I know that it's been mentioned and the flyer was shared and you saw it. Just drop. What is that one thing that you want to live with as you listen to this class? Please next slide. Thank you, Miss Boluwatife. Thank you so much. I can see your emojis. I'm dancing with you as well. Please share the next slide with me. Thank you. Admin, are you there? Thank you. Yes. So, why great teachers stay invisible? Why do great teachers stay invisible? Yes, many teachers stay invisible not because they lack skill, but because they lack strategic positioning. We are in the digital world though, yes. So if your value is not immediately clear, valuable opportunities will just pass you by. This one is about skill, right? It's about strategic positioning. Thank you. So yes, you are going to be bridging the gap between your qualifications and your online presence. I want to tell you something. If nobody understands your value in 10 seconds, opportunities can pass you by. Opportunities can pass you by. So I am a Christian, for example, and one of the scriptures that has really kept me through and through is Matthew 5 verse 16. Let your light so shine before men that men will see your good works and glorify your Father in heaven. Even God is a custodian of visibility. God wants our light to shine. That same Matthew, there's a place where it talked about how can you light a candle and put it under a bushel. A couple of us are shining lights, but we are hiding without even knowing. We are not positioned, we are not strategically positioned, we are not visible. So I want to tell you that if nobody understands your value in 10 seconds, opportunities can pass you by. It's possible, very, very possible. Being qualified is not the same as being positioned. A couple of us have so much inside of us, but the people who are out there and are very, very much visible, they don't even have so much that you carry, but you just because you don't know how to be visible, or you don't know how to be positioned. You must see, we are in the digital landscape. So it's very easy to sit in the comfort of your living room and be visible out there. The world has gone global, right? So being qualified is not the same as being positioned. Your online profile needs to stay actively needs to actively communicate your unique contributions and aspirations. I like, please, next slide. Next slide. I love to call LinkedIn your digital CV. Your digital CV. I was in a class last year in November precisely. There's this very young guy, and yes, he's someone that I also look up to on LinkedIn. This guy talked about how he was able to get a deal because of his activeness on LinkedIn. He said, I think he was denied passport or something. I don't know. He was denied visa to go somewhere, and people started commenting using his LinkedIn platform, talking about how valuable he has been and all of that. In no time, his visa was released. He gave us other analogies too. And truly, LinkedIn has been a blessing to him because he is visible. Even though he lives in Ibadan, the world already knows him. Please, next slide, please. So I like to call LinkedIn a digital CV. I've had people pay for my courses because they've gone to verify and check me out on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a place, their social media platform is a place, but LinkedIn in particular, teachers should not even play with not being on LinkedIn. It is your digital CV. In fact, even on your CVs these days, in standard CVs, they would ask you for your LinkedIn profile. Of recent, I also for your LinkedIn profile. Ask you so that they can check what you've been doing on LinkedIn. To an extent, okay, so I was in a class that last year in November. There's this girl who is just 7. She's just 7. Oh, she said her boss began to read her up on LinkedIn, began to see the value that she was dishing out, and the next thing is started considering her for a promotion because he just felt that she was a valuable person. So please, LinkedIn is not what you should even negotiate. Should I join? Should I not join? Should I be a part of it? It is something that I want to believe that as teachers, we are lifelong learners, right? Even this thing, how AI is just everywhere. AI cannot replace teachers, but teachers who do not know how to use AI would soon be replaced, right? So if you know that this is what it is in vogue and it is in line with your value. This is the digital world. You don't have to just sit back and say it's not for me. It is something that you can also learn, and it's not as hard as you think, right? So now let's look at common pitfalls let's look at why teachers stay hidden on LinkedIn. Please, if you are still following me, use the chat box and drop a 2 if you are following me, or maybe if something has struck a chord for you while I was talking, just give me a simple line or just drop a 2 in the chat box. I want to believe that we are together, right? Drop a 2 in the chat box if you are following me. Thank you. I'm waiting for your responses, please. Yes, why do teachers? Thank you. Victoria, you've been so active. Thank you, Kayode Adenike. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Thank you, Miss Yetunde. Thank you. I can see you. I want to read from you, Victoria. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so why? Thank you. Why teachers stay hidden on LinkedIn? So many teachers are using LinkedIn as a static CV instead of a dynamic professional platform. See, so when you come on, when I go to LinkedIn, most times I see people with generic profiles, right? These profiles fail to capture their true impact and potentials. Let me tell you, if you are still in the classroom, your classroom is gold. Your classroom is priceless. Some people are saying, I will not be on LinkedIn now. Maybe when I register my company or when I leave the classroom, I will be serious with LinkedIn. Whether you are in classroom or not, your classroom, see, you are even a brand. I think it starts with you seeing yourself as a brand. You don't need to register a company or own a company before you know you are a brand. You are a brand, and you should start to represent that brand that you are on LinkedIn. So yes, there are so many reasons why teachers stay hidden. Some people joined LinkedIn because it is in vogue. LinkedIn. Let me just go on. Let me just open an account. And when they check your profile, they're seeing teacher, generic profile. So I want to tell you that you can stay hidden on LinkedIn if you are using LinkedIn like a CV. Even CVs these days, I was doing a research the other day, and it dawned on me that it takes even is it 7 seconds for recruiters to even look at your CV. It takes 7 seconds. So your CV even has to catch their attention. Talk more of LinkedIn, where people's attention span is so short. So you if you are using your LinkedIn as just a static CV, that's a mistake. That is a pitfall. So instead of you showcasing impact, you are listing duties. That is a mistake. Another one is generic headline. For example, when you just put on your headline teacher. So what makes you unique? So if I'm looking for maybe a teacher for a particular tax, and I just see teacher, what can make me pick you? What makes you unique? What differentiates you? So a headline like teacher does not make you stand out. So that is a generic headline. So number one is using LinkedIn as a CV. Number two is generic headline, just picking anything general, nothing too unique. Another one is your vague about session. So I don't know whether maybe after towards the end of this class, I'll walk you through the practical. If you don't know what a LinkedIn interface looks like, of course, the LinkedIn, your profile has to be there. Your picture has to be there, rather. Your picture, there has to be a LinkedIn banner. There has to be what you represent in at least 3 seconds, right? There has to be your about session where you get to talk about yourself. So that number three, vague about session. So there you talk about yourself. What makes you stand out? What's that thing that makes you you? Why should I spend time reading your profile and knowing about you? Right? So some people's about session is very vague. They sound like everyone else. So the about session it lacks unique value propositions. So these are the things that makes teachers stay hidden on LinkedIn. Another one is passive engagement. LinkedIn, I've come to realize that LinkedIn is a place for humans. Well, there is a place where you can schedule your post, and maybe let's say you plan for the weekend and say, oh, I'm very busy. Let me just schedule my post at a certain time every day. My post will drop. Well, that is good. But LinkedIn is a place for humans. It's a networking platform. It's true that it's also a professional platform, but it deals with humans. And the last time I checked, people need to know you, like you, trust you, right? So some people will just drop on link. They will just go and put up a post on LinkedIn and they will disappear. There's something they call dwell time on LinkedIn. Dwell see LinkedIn is a place for human beings. So when you should at least know how to engage in people's posts. In fact, it's what they call LinkedIn is very broad though, but these things I'm teaching you now are the basic, right? There's a place of you dropping your post and also engaging on people's posts as well. You are a human being. It shows connection. It shows relatability. So passive engagement can keep you hidden. Even when you open a LinkedIn account and you are not even engaging on other people's posts, you're not reposting people's posts, you're not connecting, you will still be hidden on LinkedIn. It's very possible. There was this lady, well, maybe she has not mastered the act of using LinkedIn. I think she won a competition of recent. I won't mention her name. And she's a teacher. And she won a competition. She's meant to be very everywhere and all, right? On LinkedIn, I'll just come on LinkedIn, and when I follow her on LinkedIn. When I come on LinkedIn, I'll just see. I will not even see any comments. I will not see likes on her post. She just drops it and she leaves. Maybe she's active on other platforms. Well, it's good to study how these platforms work, but we are looking at LinkedIn, right? Maybe she's active on other platforms, but for LinkedIn, I'm not seeing her presence on LinkedIn. I think that she just drops her post and she disappears. That's not how it's supposed to be. So passive engagement can make you stay hidden on LinkedIn. So these habits prevent your profile from standing out and attracting the right opportunities. So it's very crucial to understand that being qualified is not the same thing as being positioned effectively online. And please show me the next slide, please. I love what Dr. Iye said about how teachers are getting speaking gigs, how they are getting collaboration opportunities, how they are doing this, how that. Let me even say something. Please show me the next slide. Thank you. Next slide. Next slide. One of the things I did differently, when I reached out to that EdTech CEO that sponsored 20 teachers for my program, I see there's a power of strategic DMs. There's a way to this LinkedIn is something that is to be studied. You have to study it and know how to interact, right? So now your LinkedIn profile must serve one primary purpose. It must communicate clearly. Please mark the word clearly, your professional identity and your aspirations to the right audience. To the right audience. There's something they call ideal customer profile. Ideal customer profile. You can't just go on LinkedIn and talking to everybody. The truth is that you're not for everybody. If you're for everybody, you cannot just be on LinkedIn and you be for everybody. There's what they call niche. There's what they call niche. This niche has to do with who you are, who you help, what result do you create, what do you want next, right? There's what they call niche. So that headline talks about your niche. Like I said, you can't just like you can't just come on. Are you a jack of all trade and master of none? Of none? You can't come on LinkedIn and you don't have a particular direction. Because how are you going to guide your post? You can't just come and be generic. Even as a teacher, you have to still niche down. You have to niche down. There's something they call ideal customer profile, right? So these are very important. So your profile, even your about session, it has to carry who you are, who you help, what results you create. For example, who you are, you have to define your professional identity. This is something that we don't even waste time talking about in Teach, Glow, and Grow Rich class. That's the first thing. When people sign up for that class, we tend to clarify and define their professional identity. You have to define your professional identity. Very, very key. Then you must identify your target audience. Your target audience. Very, very necessary. You're not for everybody. Then you must quantify your impact and achievement. You must know how to articulate your impact and achievement. For example, one of the things that I like to quantify. So I've been having a particular training for teachers, and by the grace of God, we'll be having the cohort 8 in March, right? So, and I was just checking the records, and so far we have had over 120 teachers, and a couple of them have started their tutoring brands. A couple of them are already they already have um they already have income streams that are not overwhelming them. Oh. These streams are also helping them in line with what they do in the classroom or outside the classroom, right? So you are also going to be articulating your career goals. So these are the things that you should look at instead of just coming on LinkedIn and just saying, I'm a teacher. Some people just tell you that I am just a teacher. You are not just a teacher. Saying I'm just a teacher, are you trying to sound humble, or you don't just know how to articulate your impact, your achievement? You must learn how to quantify your impact and achievement. Sometimes you want to, if you've helped struggling learners increase increase their learning, or increase their understanding of a particular concept in what you teach, you might want to also state the percentage. Is it by 40% or by 100% or by 70? You have to quantify your impact and achievement. Please, next slide. So clarity creates confidence, and confidence attracts opportunity. Like I said earlier, your profile is your digital CV. It is your, some people will go through your profile before they even send you a message. They must go through your profile before they send you a message. Please, if you are following, drop one line that has struck a chord for you during the last 5 minutes. Drop a line that has struck a chord for you. What has struck a chord for you during the conversation? I want to see in the chat box. I want to read from you to know that you are following this conversation. Thank you. All right, so now, all right, thank you. Don't see yourself as just a teacher. Amazing. Remember to not have a generic profile. Thank you. I've seen 2 responses. Thank you. I look forward to seeing more. Who knows? You might just win something in the class today. Oh. I'm waiting for your responses. All right, so optimize your headline. Now, how do you, let me even go to let me show you. Let me just go to the practical. So I have my LinkedIn profile here. Oh, I can't share my screen. I've forgotten. I can share my screen, but not now when I'm done with the class. I wanted to show you. Thank you. I'm Opedron. Thank you. You are more than just a teacher. You are more than just a teacher. Thank you. Yes. See, you have to optimize your profile, and there's a formula that stands out in in headline optimization. I wish I could just show you right now. Maybe I should share my screen after this class so that you see what I mean by headline. Thank you. So your LinkedIn headline is your most critical piece of digital real estate. So instead of saying you are a teacher at XYZ school, transform it into a powerful statement that immediately conveys your value and aspirations. Learn to use this formula like role. What's your role? What's your specialty? What's your outcome? What's your outcome? Even if you want to switch, just ensure that these elements are in your headline. All right. So look at the example that I have here. Thank you, Miss Joy Unwosu. I can see that. Thank you so much. So number 1, you are a primary educator. Literacy support, helping struggling readers gain confidence. Number 2, math teacher, exam preparation, supporting learners to improve exam performance. Number 3, educator, curriculum and lesson design, creating learner-centered resources. These are just examples, though you can keep fine-tuning, but if you check it, these examples they are containing role, specialty, and outcome. Like you can see now, let's say number 2, for example, math teacher is the role, the specialty is exam preparation, and the outcome is supporting learners to improve exam performance. So these examples that that are shown here just tells you that these elements are supposed to be in your LinkedIn headline, right? Please give me next. So yes, you can even integrate relevant keywords. Sometimes you might be looking for some certain kind of roles. It's good for you to integrate relevant keywords to align with your desired opportunity. Let's say, for example, you want to be an online tutor. You can put it there. Let's say you are an ESL tutor. You are this, you're that. Just do well to also incorporate these keywords in your headline. It is strategic and it ensures that your profile is discoverable. Sometimes if you put these keywords and someone is searching for ESL tutor or online tutor, your name will pop up. So it's another way of being discovered, right? Next slide, please. Next slide. Next slide. So now that you have known this, everybody please use the chat box and use that formula for headline optimization. Use that formula and just tell me your role, your specialty, and your outcome. Your role, your specialty, and your outcome using the formula that we just saw. Please, I want to see in the chat box. Drop something in line with what we just discovered. For example, math tutor, preparing learners for exam, then the last one, the outcome, turning struggling, just something like that. Please go back to that place so they can drop their examples. Thank you. Thank you. So you can see. So I want everybody, please use the chat box and use the formula, the role, specialty, and outcome to drop what you do or how you want your LinkedIn headline to look like, just in case you have not optimized your LinkedIn headline. All right. Drop in the chat box. Let me see. Use the formula that has been shared here. Let me see. I want to read at least 2 comments before we move to the next one. Use the chat box. Drop for me the headline formula. Don't forget to add your role, your specialty, and your outcome. So while I'm waiting for you because of time, kindly move to the next slide, please, while I wait for responses. I want to see your responses, please. Thank you. So yes, there is an about section on your LinkedIn profile. There is an about section. There is an about session. Yes, so your about session can be impactful. I've not seen your responses, so I want to see your responses, please. I know it must not be perfect. It must not just drop something that you just I'm not aiming for perfection. I want to just see what you have there. Thank you, Okpedjuan. Thank you for that. All right, so crafting an impactful about session and experience. Your about session and experience entries, these are where you elaborate on your headline promise. So you cannot be saying something different on your headline and your about session has something totally different. So your headline has it short. Your about session gives you the chance to explain in details, though not in a way that will bore your readers, right? So your about session, you are moving beyond listing duties and you are focusing on demonstrating your impact and unique methodologies, right? So this is a structured approach that we can use. For example, you can see the 5 line. Don't worry, after the class, I will share my screen, or better still, the admin can search for. Thank you, Victoria. The admin can search for Chidima Samson so that when I'm done, she will just share so that I will just show her some things about my profile, right? She will just share my profile. Let's just see after now. So yes, so this is a structure for your about session. For example, you state your role, and yes, I want to say something that you have to use the first person narration. The first person narration. You have to sound personal, right? You state your role, you state who you serve, your clear outcome, your method, your strength, and the opportunities that you want. So an example is here. I'm a secondary English teacher. I help students improve reading comprehension and exam confidence. I use structured lesson planning and learner-centered strategies. I create practical resources that simplify complex topics. I am open to remote tutoring, curriculum projects, and collaborations. This is short and very beautiful, right? This is an example of an about session. Nothing to bore. It's just to amplify what was written on the headline, right? Thank you so much. Somebody dropped something recently. I appreciate your compliance. Thank you. Thank you, Miss Yetunde. Amazing, amazing. LES tutor, beautiful, great. Please show me the next slide quickly. So very soon we can move on to the real practical. Thank you. I think you have skipped a part. Is this the next slide? Yes. No. Yes, there's a half part. Scroll. Yes. So yes, still part of. Thank you. Please take out the copy and add a comment. All right. So it's good for you to also show impact. I think even in our CV, modern day CVs, you show impact. You don't just list duties, you show impact. So instead of saying you taught English and mathematics, articulate your contributions. Articulate your contributions. All right, it's good for you. Oh, sorry about that. Don't worry. Towards the some, I think you will have to scroll up later so you can snap the part you want to snap. All right, so articulate your contributions. Don't be so apologetic about. Be proud of the things that you do. These experiences are priceless, and they are your unique selling point. They are your value proposition, right? People need to meet with your CV before they even meet you in person. Don't be tired of selling your impact or of showcasing what you do. These are the things that can help you to be visible. All right. So instead of saying taught English and math, which is generic, you can say you designed structured lesson plans for diverse classrooms. Of course, you don't have to lie, right? And thank God that you can even use AI to, not like you are going to use it to be overflogging issues, but these are the things you have done. If you know that you don't know how to articulate it well in writing, you can use AI after you have penned down, you have given your thoughts. Then AI can help you fine tune it, right? Designed structured lesson plan for diverse classroom, improved reading fluency through targeted intervention, prepare students for national examination, managed classrooms of 40 plus learners effectively, created educational materials used across multiple classes. Now remember, if you do not describe impact, the world assumes there isn't any. The world assumes there isn't any. Thank you, Miss Joy. I'm liking the fact that you are dropping your assignments. Thank you so much. See, you are the one that can sell yourself. Like seriously, if you don't describe this impact, how would they know? How would they know? How would they know? Thank God that you can even use AI to. Of course, you don't have to lie about it. But if you think you are lazy enough, you don't want to, you don't know how, just pen it down and use AI to fine tune it. But just know that it is just know that what you're writing should be true, right? Please go to the next slide. So please show impact. Do not just list duties. Don't just say I taught English and math. Show impact. Quantify your impact too. Now let's look at this. Let's look at this checklist. So just in case you want to go on LinkedIn and you're wondering what should I put in place, what should I put in place, and all that. So this checklist is going to help you. And just in case you're already on LinkedIn, but you just feel like you need to put some touches together. All right. So these are the things you should consider. Please, clear professional photo. Clear professional photo. Don't go and put the one that you are standing from head to toe, or that has a noisy background, or you are wearing a headgear. No, you have to appear professional. And thank God that it's not a matter of I don't have money to go to the studio. Thank God, once you have a clear photo of you, once you just snap a clear photo of you showing your facial features, you can take it to AI to fine tune it for you. not too fake, but it can help you put some makeup and wear you. And I'm not saying that you should be fake, but if you do not have the means to really go to the studio, it is better you do not put that picture with a headgear. Please, are we still together? So your clear professional photo is very, very key. Like the one I can see Dr. Tunde, Dr. Iye's picture. Very beautiful. That kind of photo is amazing. Amazing. So clear professional, your headshot, it is headshots. Then a simple banner aligned to your niche. A simple banner. Canva can help you design your banner. Even AI these days, you can use it to simple chat GPT can help you design your banner. You just give it a LinkedIn banner size and it gives you a banner, right? So your banner is very important. Some people have pictures on their LinkedIn, but they do not have banner. You must have a banner that is aligned to your niche. Then your headline, like we mentioned that in our headline, your role, your specialty, and your outcome must be there in your headline. Then your about session, like we saw, use a 5-line structure for your about session. Then your experience written as impact. Your experience written as impact. Please help me. I'm not seeing the bottom part of my slide. All right, so yes, then skills aligned to the roles that you want. So these are the things that you should check while you are upgrading your profile. Yeah, I don't like to put that open to work. So the open to work feature, what I do is you can make it visible to only recruiters. As well, you will make it visible to everybody. Then you now see it around your profile picture, open to work. And I don't like that one. I prefer that you just make it open to only recruiters instead of just making it everywhere. There are options you can choose anyway. So that's what that open to work is. Then there is a simple visibility routine. Stop scrolling, start positioning. You don't need to post every day, but even if it is just 2 to 3 posts per week, it's good for you to share insights, share tips, share reflections. If you attend programs like this, for example, go on your LinkedIn and talk about it. You'll be seen as a smart person. For example, I attended a program yesterday by the founder of Middle Hall. She was she is currently on. There's a business virtual summit that she's doing for that she's currently hosting. And I attended it yesterday, and it happened again today. I shared my learnings. This woman, I've never met her before. She reposted my post. And do you know what that would do for me too? Visibility. Her friends will also see me. You'll be seen as a smart person. You'll be seen as someone who is a lifelong learner. Sometimes you just have to share. Oh, I was a part of this class today. See what I learned. You tag people, tag the conveners of the program. That's another way to share your post. And there's a way you keep posting, and LinkedIn will just see you as someone that is valuable, and they keep pushing your post to the right people. Yes. So it must not be everyday post. You can start with twice a week, once a week. It must not be perfect, right? Then 10 minutes intentional commenting. 10 minutes. You might want to go. One of the ways to even get found. Okay, I will look at the next part, who to connect with, right? 10 minutes intentional connecting. For me, most times I don't even do 10 minutes. I can do 5 minutes, right? But it's good. See, there's a way LinkedIn works. There's a before, there's a after. Before you even put up your post, there are cases where you just need to go and comment on people's posts, so that when you put up your post, you'll be visible. You'll be visible, and even when you have put up your post, you will still have to comment again before you go offline. It's what they call dwell time on LinkedIn. Dwell time on LinkedIn. You might even want to engage meaningfully with others' content. If it's one thing I'm trying to practice now, so my NGO is also on LinkedIn. And one of the things I'm trying to practice, because I want us to position for grants for us to be visible. And I said, okay, I'll search for people, similar NGOs that do what we do, and I'll search for donor agencies and all. I will intentionally go and be commenting on their posts. I know a very an excellent coach. I've seen this person before. The person shared one of the frameworks for networking with me. He said, that he devotes once a week, even if it is 1 hour. He goes to his social media platforms and he engages on some people's posts that he wants them to see him, and see, not just plain engagement, but you be strategic. You be strategic. There was a post that I saw, and I had to comment strategically. That post got so many. That post made my profile to be very, very much viewed. People were just visiting my profile. They're looking at my profile. I was getting followers. Some people were coming to my DM. Oh, I love what you said. It gave me visibility. You have to be strategic even in your commenting. You can go and just put a generic comment and you will not be noticed. I'm not saying, at least even if it is once a day, like out of all the vague comments you want to give, let one be very strategic. Be strategic. Be very strategic. But I'm not saying that you should be desperate. There was a particular woman that was always so I think I saw her for the first time that very day that I saw her comment on my post. I kept on seeing, as an educational consultant, and she kept on stating what she does. I was already feeling like, is this person being desperate? That's my perception anyway. There's where you'll be strategic. You don't have to be too. She was not even saying anything too meaningful, but she kept on saying that she was an international education consultant. But then again, I could even see through her headline on LinkedIn. When you comment on people's posts, there's a way your headline even shows, and somehow you cause them to go and open your headline and look at it. They visit your profile, they look at your profile, right? So please, it's good for you to also connect with purpose. Don't appear desperate. There's a how to go about it. I teach this strategy in my LinkedIn visibility class, right? Now, visibility is built through consistency, not pressure. This routine ensures a steady, impactful presence. Please go to the next slide. Consistency is a game changer. I'm sure even Dr. Iye, when she reached out to me, I was privileged to at least she noticed me. Consistency was one of the things that stood out for for this class that I'm having right now. Consistency. Most times people are seeing you like they're not seeing you until something just clicks one day, or they even refer you. Now, as educators, who should you connect with? Who should you connect with? Focus on people that are close to opportunity. For example, school leaders, recruiters, both local and international. Focus on edtech founders. Focus on curriculum designers, education consultants, online tutoring agencies. These are the people you should connect. Be intentional, be strategic, but don't be desperate. You don't have to be desperate, but you have to be intentional. You have to be strategically positioned. All right. Now, what teachers can share, you can leverage your daily experiences. Like I said, your classroom experience is gold. If you are still in the classroom, it is precious. And one of the things I teach at the Teach, Glow and Grow Rich class, I don't say leave the classroom. You can still be in the classroom and be making impact and still glow and grow rich, right? See, you might want to share maybe something that works in the class, maybe a particular concept where you broke it down. For like 3 weeks now, I've been preaching on my LinkedIn. Show impact. Show impact. Maybe a video how you solved a particular concept, how you broke down a concept, or how you turned that struggling learner into a high flyer. Just these are the things to share. Leverage your daily experience. It's gold. And maybe you want to share exam prep tips. Maybe you want to also share curriculum insights or reviews. Maybe you want to share some reflections from your teaching experience and many more. Or maybe maybe there was a resource that you created and you want to also share. These are the things that you should share. Thank God for AI. Thank God for content calendar. So that is it for now. So next slide, please. Next slide, next slide, next slide. Next slide. So please, if you know you are learning something, kindly drop in the chat box what you are learning so far as we wrap up the class. So So yes, thank you so much. Opportunities on LinkedIn do not just appear, they are cultivated through clear, consistent process of engagement and profile optimization. You must understand the typical flow. It can help you to be strategically positioned for diverse role. Okay, yes, this is, please go, scroll down. Let me see something, please. Scroll down. Thank you. So see comments, view profile, perceive. I want to see the icons, please. With yes, thank you. So some like I told you, there was a particular comment that gave me a lot of impressions, like that my post generally cannot even give me. That post had loads of comments and likes and shares. So my comments also stood out on that post, and I was getting profile visits. They saw my comments, say, who is this person? Let me check out this person. And some will visit your profile, and when they see your profile, they want to connect with you, they want to follow you because they perceive value, right? And some will now drop a DM from seeing your comments. Oh, this comment is mind-blowing. Let me even check out this person. Then they go to your profile. Then when they see your profile, they see that, oh, this person has so much value. Then they follow you, or they connect with you, and the next thing, they're sending you a message. Oh, this is beautiful. This. So yes, this is the sequence. Please go down a bit, scroll down as we wrap up. So yes, these are the possible pathways for educators. Personally, I don't like, one of the reasons why some educators even burn out. You are doing things not in line with what you are even teaching. For example, let's say you are a reading specialist. If you have things around, let's say you also teach online, reading specialist, and you are online teaching, it's beautiful. Then you are a reading specialist, you are selling perfume, you are jumping this, you are selling, you're doing something that is unrelated to what you are even doing in the classroom. It might stress you, but these are possible pathways for educators. Remote tutoring, you can still do remote tutoring, just schedule your time and still be in the classroom. If at all, it depends on what you want. Curriculum writing is there, edtech roles, consulting. These are possible pathways for educators. Please scroll down. And I said I wanted to see in the comments what you're learning so far. I've not forgotten. If you are still there, you want to drop it as we wrap up. Please scroll down. Consulting, content creation. These are pathways for educators. Scroll down, please. So yes, please, after this class, I want you to go back. I wish we could take some sample LinkedIn headline. I wish we could, but like I said, the admin will just share my profile for practical sake as we wrap up. So please don't let this knowledge remain theoretical. Take immediate action. This week, you might want to write it down. Like I said, I wrote down my goal last year that I wanted to network on LinkedIn. I became intentional on LinkedIn last year. And funny enough, the way the world works, funny enough, the way the world works, when you set your mind to do something, somehow the cosmos has a way of making that thing align with what you have set. That was what happened for me. I just wrote it down as a networking goal. And before you knew it, that opportunity came and I jumped on it. So please, after now, go and rewrite your headline. Apply the role and the specialty outcome formula. Fix your about session. Comment intentionally at least 3 times on relevant posts. If it's to post once, post. If you desire more structure and accountability, you can join the LinkedIn Visibility Challenge. Maybe Dr. EA will allow me to talk about it after now, but this is the end of the class. I can take questions when I think I'm already done with the class. If you have questions, you can drop in the chat box, and I think I will just hand over to Dr. EA. I'm done with the class. Thank you.
Wow, wow, wow. Thank you so much, Madam
Thank you,
Chidima.
ma'am.
Thank you so very much. And thank you everyone for attending, for having the patience to stay through the session. We are really grateful to you for that. So right about now, we can have some questions, maybe about 2 And then you can put your question in the chat box, chat room, and then we can send it to her later. We'll be able to talk about it later because right now we can't take all questions. So let's just take one or two questions, and then we'll get the other ones. We can answer those on our platform. Can talk about it as a discussion point on the general platform of teaching titles. So if you want to ask a question, you can raise your hand. Yes, Yetunde Fagbon, my namesake is there. Somebody is raising the hand. Yes, you are recognized. Miss Yetunde Fagbon, you are recognized.
Good
Go
evening,
ahead and
ma.
ask your question, please.
Good evening,
Good
ma.
evening. Good evening to
Good
our
evening.
wonderful teacher. Thank you so much for very, very impactful. So I have a lot
You're
of
welcome.
questions because as I was listening to you, I was right on my LinkedIn profile. I thought it would be practical. I want to start, editing and revamping, but it is what it is, right? So I just want to know where the about section is. I've been looking for it now, just to.
Okay, admin, please can you show me my, thank you so much, Miss Yetunde. Admin, please can you
You're
show me
welcome.
my profile? Chidima Samson, you can search for me now and maybe share, let me see. And moreover, yes, I like the fact that you are doing this hands-on, but like I mentioned, so this is my LinkedIn. You can just search for Chidima Samson. Chidima Samson is my LinkedIn name. That's the name I use on LinkedIn. So this is what they call the LinkedIn banner. This is a LinkedIn banner. I even did this with ChatGPT. I did this on chat. I had the one I had before. I didn't like the wording is there, so I had to change it. I had a designer who designed the previous one I used, but I did this one with simple ChatGPT. I just used the size and did it with ChatGPT. Then this is my profile picture. I snapped it in the studio, but like I said, you don't have to. If you don't have the means right now, you can just use AI to design something for your LinkedIn and post it. But you don't have to be too fake, you don't have to be too artificial. But this one is my natural picture, right? I had some makeup on, I went to the studio and I took this picture. Then this is my headline. This is what they call headline. You see this, you can see this tick, this good that was ticked here is because I've been verified. If you have your international passport, you can get verified too. And it's good for you to be verified. It gives you credibility, right? And yes, it's good to be verified. It can even make your account not to be restricted. There are some people whose accounts were not verified, and to an extent, their chances of getting restricted are very, very high. So if you know you have your international passport, please make sure you get verified. Very important. So this is my headline. And yes, I keep fine tuning and fine tuning. It wasn't like this before. I keep fine tuning and fine tuning, looking at what works. It has to be magnetic. So, and I'm not lying about it. These are the things I have done so far, and this is who I represent. And I create my content around these headlines that I have here. All right. So that's my headline. Then this is my about session. This is my about session. At the LinkedIn challenge, I normally give even a work template that they can use, a template that they can use to optimize everything. But I'll be having, when I have the live session, I'll teach that, and I'll also still give an updated template for it. So this is my about session. Let me even open it. So if you search for me, these are the things you are going to see that I do. In fact, I even need to even optimize my about session, but I still like this one. If you check it very well, I used first person narration to do it, right? I wrote down the things I do, the impact I've created. You can just scroll down and just see the impact, see me quantifying my impact here. Here, but at the time I did this, I had just 90 plus teachers supported, right? You can just go through, just see. So this is it. Then I put a call to action. So you can use your 5-line structure to create an about session, but it has to be in line with your headline. It has to be in line with your headline. Then see the top skills. You have to devote time to optimize your profile. You will take time and put your profile together. Then I have my services here. I have my featured session. I have my featured session. Your featured session, those some things that I have recommendations, people that have trained so far. All these things gives you credibility. People that have attended my classes and the nice things they had to say, concerning it. I have my featured session. There are some of you, some of those things that I've made that you know that they are very symbolic. You can put them. For example, in November I was in Wazobia TV in November, and I talked about it on my page, and I pinned it as one of my featured sessions. I've also had some speaking opportunities that I had to pin. All right, so this is just an example. So please, because we don't have time anymore, I would have shown you more and more. Even, of course, you also put your certificates. Sometimes you might not want to put it physically. You might just write it down that you have certificates in this. Or this is your LinkedIn is your digital CV, and it is something that you should keep fine tuning. And of course, I'm not even there yet. I keep fine tuning. I keep upgrading it. All right. So, but it has to be magnetic. It has to give make an impression in the eyes of anyone who visits your profile. So that's the example that I wanted to show you. Thank you so much, Dr. EA, for the opportunity. I really appreciate.
All right. Thank you so much, Madam Chidema Rutsamsi. I believe the session has been eye-opening. I believe we have all gained a lot. Personally, I've gained a lot of insights, and I'm going to be implementing some of those things that she said. So once again, I want to say thank you to everyone who participated, who made this a success. Thank you so much, our able admin. Thank you so much, all our participants. And so I like to say bye, everyone. Thank you once more.
Thank you, ma. Thank you
Thank you
so
so much. Actually, ma, thank you. Really appreciate your coming. We appreciate everything that I've said. I personally gained one or two things, and I know that
You're
many people
welcome.
have gained. All right. Bye,
You're
everyone.
welcome, Pastor.
Let's meet in the group. We're going to have a summary of today's session, and we're going to put it on the group so that we can still raise questions around it. Thank you.
Thank you, Ma.